He gave a stranger his last 18. Then 5 black SUVs pulled up on Christmas morning. "Daddy, why are there so many cars outside?" Marcus froze, one sock still in his hand. Outside his tiny rented house, 5 black SUVs sat nose to tail along the curb. Engines humming, windows tinted so dark they looked empty. A man in a black coat stepped out and knocked. Hard. "Before we continue, pause for 1 second if you believe. Small acts of kindness still matter in this world. Like this video and stay with me. This story will change how you see generosity forever." Marcus swallowed and opened the door. "Marcus Hale?" the man asked calmly. "Yes," Marcus said, pulling his daughter Lily closer behind him. Is something wrong?" The man glanced past him, then back. "No, sir," he said quietly. "Everything is finally right." 24 hours earlier, Marcus hadn't even known if they'd eat dinner. He was 34, a single dad since Lily's mother passed 3 years ago. Christmas had never felt the same since. Just colder, heavier. His construction job had slowed, bills stacked up, and the envelope on the counter held exactly $18. That money was meant for bread, eggs, maybe a small pack of chicken. They were walking home from the discount store when Marcus saw the man, sitting outside the closed bakery, mid-50s, shaking, shoes soaked through. A cardboard sign rested against his knees. "Hungry, anything helps." "God bless." Lily tugged Marcus's sleeve. "Daddy, he looks cold." Marcus looked away at first. He always did. Not because he didn't care, but because caring hurt when you had nothing to give. But then the man spoke. "Merry Christmas," he said softly, almost embarrassed. Marcus stopped. He reached into his pocket, feeling the thin fold of cash. Lily would need breakfast. He needed fuel for work. Logic screamed at him to keep walking. Instead, he turned around. "Sir," Marcus said, kneeling. "What's your name?" The man looked surprised. "Henry." Marcus pressed the bills into his hand. "All of them." Henry stared down. "Son, this is too much." "It's not," Marcus said, even though his throat tightened. "We'll figure something out." Henry's eyes filled with tears. "Why would you do this?" Marcus shrugged, forcing a smile. "Because my daughter's watching." Henry reached into his coat, pulled out a small silver coin on a chain, and placed it in Lily's hand. "For protection," he said gently. "And for reminding you what you give never disappears." They walked home with empty pockets and full silence. That night, Marcus lay awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering how kindness was supposed to keep the lights on. Christmas morning came quietly. No gifts under the tree. Just coffee for Marcus and toast split between him and Lily. Then came the engines. Now, standing at the door with 5 SUVs outside, Marcus's heart pounded like it was trying to escape. The man in the black coat stepped aside, and Henry walked forward. But this Henry was different. Tailored coat, polished shoes, strong posture. Behind him stood several men and a woman holding a leather folder. Henry smiled. "Merry Christmas, Marcus." Marcus blinked. I don't understand." Henry turned to the woman. "Please." She opened the folder. "Marcus Hale," she said warmly. "I represent the Hawthorne Foundation. Mr. Hawthorne here is its founder." Marcus's legs went weak. Henry chuckled. "Yesterday was my annual test." Marcus frowned. "Test?" "I lost my son years ago," Henry said quietly. "Since then, every Christmas Eve, I sit somewhere with nothing and see who still sees me." Lily stepped forward. "Daddy gave you everything," she said proudly. Henry knelt to her level. "Yes, he did." He stood and nodded. One SUV door opened. Out came boxes, then envelopes, then keys. Henry handed Marcus a folder. Inside were documents, a paid-off house deed, this house, a year's salary replacement, a college trust for Lily, and a job offer. Marcus's vision blurred. "Sir, I didn't help you for this." "I know," Henry said softly. "That's why you deserve it." Marcus shook his head, tears falling freely now. "I almost didn't stop." Henry placed a hand on his shoulder. "But you did. And that moment tells me everything about the kind of man and father you are." Lily hugged Henry's leg. "Thank you for the coin," she said. Henry smiled. "Keep it. Some reminders are worth more than money." As the SUVs pulled away later that morning, the street returned to silence. But Marcus's life never did. Years from now, Lily would still remember the Christmas when fear knocked and generosity answered. So here's my question for you. If kindness cost you everything, would you still give it? If this story moved you, subscribe for more real, powerful stories that remind us who we can be. And remember, sometimes the smallest gift opens the biggest door.